Hello. On today's episode of the Tales from the 7M, we are going to put silicone on here and here, here and here, and then we're going to put a camshaft seal gasket. Then we're going to put a plate on it. Then we're going to put some gears on it, and then we're going to put the tongue pellet around it. Oh yeah! All in today's episode of Tales from the 7M. So first thing we gotta do is we gotta break loose these 14-pound bolts we bolted in yesterday. You got the big breaker, big socket on there, ratchet on there. You need the big old boy. You need a big ratchet. There you go. You put some light on it. Put some light on it. Alright, go ahead. You can take them off. Here. Yeah, we can take these off now because all the tension is over here on the actual cam caps. This is just mostly a bearing cap than it is a cam cap. Like there's no lobes on either side of here. Right. I'm gonna need the mallet. Told you I need the mallet. The mallet! There we go. Let's see if I can get this to come out. Nope. Well, our little tip thing is all clogged up, so I'm gonna have to just wing it with the finger. Gonna have to finger it. Oh yeah, get that finger action. I am the master with the finger.
Master of putting on.
All those who've come before me do not know my power.
I am the Clit Commander. Remember this fucking face. Wherever you see Clit, you'll see this fucking face.
All right, and it says in the manual, immediately put cam cap back on.
Okay.
So you can keep recording.
Okay.
I got this. It's supposed to be like a one-man job. It's supposed to be like one person doing. I got it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I got it. Don't touch.
That's what I get for trying to help. You get what you deserve.
You get what you deserve. From my understanding, you gotta do this on those 2 J's and 1 J's as well. I believe this is the same. I don't know, Drew. If you're watching this, Drew, you tell me. I think you just did one on your VVTi. Okay, where's this ratchet? Alright, so before tightening up these all the way, I want to go ahead and get these nuts off so I can put the cam seals in before I torque them down. Just because it's going to make it easier to put the cam seals in before it's at actual 14 foot-pounds.
Yep.
That's what I assume. That's what I assume. That right there is a pin, a dowel pin that you can put in either one with the cam gear to advance or retard the actual timing. This isn't some like recommendation. This, from what I understand, is you lubricate the inside of the seal because this is where it's going to be constantly spinning. So you want to keep that so it doesn't burn up the seal. I'm going to lubricate both the inside and the outside. Just so hopefully most of it goes on real easy.
They should just pop in.
Well, hopefully it'll pop it easier than the old pump seal and the crankshaft seal did the other day when we did those.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those were not fun.
No. So I'm hoping. So kind of had to do that together. Me and Jacob had to do that off camera. And a little too snug, so I just loosened up the caps here just a little bit, just so I can kind of wedge it in there, because I didn't have a socket big enough, so instead of trying to hit it on each side, hit the other side, loosen up just a little bit to sneak it in there, and now it's in there, and it's good. Now we're gonna torque it down. Now we put on this plate. That goes on right here. There we go. Stay now.
Nope. Maybe.
Where's the bag of bolts? Up. Okay, this should be fine now. Both sides have been done. These notches line up with top dead center with this, which is top dead center. I just got to get the bottom top dead center. Oh, yes. Yeah. And we would, on the 5M, that plate actually had a gasket on the back side of it to keep, because oil would drain down behind it. But not on the 7M or the 2Js.
Just a change in engineering design.
Yeah. I mean, there's an oil drain in the front of this head, but it's in the head and inside the block, where the other one had a passageway
Incorporated
like just
into
like a gap, so oil could be kind of like sprayed down the front of it. Yeah. Because surprisingly, the 5M started out with a timing chain. So timing chains have oil passages in the front of the block. So those types of engines.
Keep them lubricated.
Mm-hmm. Put the wrong one on the wrong side.
Left is left.
They're identical, so I don't think there's actually a difference that matters with them. So this is where I was talking about with the cam gear. So there is pins right here, and you got pins inside of here as well. Yeah. And you see we got a notch, notch, notch. It all lines up. So all we gotta do is put the bolts in. And then we're going to torque it down using the same method with the wrench that we did. There we go. That's one. You have to ratchet a few times. And go. There we go. And then we use the wrench to kind of on it. So now that we have these on here and tight to spec, we need to get, and these are at top dead center, we need to get the crank at top dead center. So Jacob,
yep,
we need that 19mm socket and the breaker bar. The big boy. The breaker bar. The one that does everything.
Alright. How do we tell?
I'm going to show you. Keep going. I'm going to tell the audience too. Keep going. Keep going. Let's get a bit more. So you see this little notch?
With this?
Well, yeah, so there should be a notch in the back there too.
Yep. Right here.
Yep. You line up to 0. Yep. So each one of those numbers, 0, 5, 10, and 15, is how many degrees before top dead center.
Record.
Alright, so we're going to take the spring off. I'm going to hold it while Jacob feeds the timing belt. Just feed it like this. Get that wrench. Get that wrench.
Uh-huh.
Alright, now the other one. Towards you. Okay, oh, go back the other way. Okay. Yep. There's our tension. Just push the belt in a little farther. We tighten this bad boy down.
You wouldn't believe this.
What?
It wasn't recording.
We gotta do it again.
No, it was recording.
Is it recording right now?
Yes, it's recording.
This motherfucker, people. Alright. So now, as you can see, we got a complete head and timing belt assembly. Only thing left to do is to put to get it running. Because this head is my head, but the block is Jacob's. So what we're doing is we're putting my head on here, making sure everything works with my head and it runs and all that stuff. And then pull it off and then rebuild my block. Because the head is that weird thing where we did with the Dremel.
Yeah.
So all we have left to do is assemble the intake manifold system with the fuel injectors and the harness, and then it's ready to start. Because we don't need to put on the thermostat housing that goes right here and all that stuff, because we're not going to run it. We're not going to run it with coolant. We're just going to run it in my driveway as it is, just to make sure it runs. But yeah, so that's it for this episode. Yeah. See you next time.
Yep.